Citizens of the Reject Nation, Greg here today. 3 things I got to update you on. 1, first update. Apologies for being late. 2, why I'm late is because we are currently trying to prep videos to go up for the whole weekend because we are going to be having our Comic-Con panel this coming Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. If you're at Comic-Con, please come by, say hi. We'd love to have you in attendance. Koi is actually hosting a Hall H panel right now as we speak. Threats. You guys might know that we've been partnered with ShopZeroEdition.com, but we no longer will be partnering with them starting at the end of July. And originally, this shirt right here, a soda, was supposed to drop in August, but right now they're letting us drop it for the next 10 days. After July 31st, it will no longer be available. So right now is the one and only opportunity to grab yourself a soda shirt. I got one coming in the mail right now. Anywho, we got ourselves a Spider-Man 2 story trailer. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am excited to check this out. Let's do it.
A lot's happened in the last 10 years. It's a miracle I'm even sitting here now. I got a second chance, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. But I need you with me, Pete. We're gonna heal the world.
Some amazing Spider-Man 2 vibes here.
Guys, this is my best friend, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Good to meet you.
New job, huh? Still gonna have time for tutoring?
We'll figure it out. Oh, I didn't know there were bears in these woods. Hey, MJ, I have another name for you. Kraven.
Oh, man.
He's here on some kind of hunt.
Kraven the Great Hunter.
If you need me, I'm just a call away.
Lee, you don't know what you took from me.
All Miles talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man. How to help you.
What the hell's going on with Pete?
He's not himself. Go help him.
Oh, wow.
This was our dream.
I'm not going to lose him.
We're going to heal the world.
Oh, God. Chills. Oh, look how epic it looks. Yes! Oh my goodness. That looks awesome, man. I am so thrilled. I'm thrilled! Look, I got to keep it relatively quick because I still got a little bit more to work on before we head out. However, man, I mean, I really love the first game, and this game seems to just be a solid continuation of it. Some of the mood or themes or some of the commentary that I feel like that this story might ultimately be exploring, it kind of seems like it's doing a combination of story elements we saw in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire one, which is funny to me because both of those movies are not well received, obviously. I actually really like Amazing Spider-Man 2. Believe it or not, with the story points that you have of like Harry and Peter and what Harry is dealing with, you know, probably not just, you know, physically, but also emotionally. And then, of course, you're having Venom here. But before Venom shows up, you're going to be having Peter dealing with having the, you know, the symbiote suit on him. And, of course, probably dealing with Kraven the Hunter while he's symbiosis imbued. I like seeing both of those qualities put together here. And I imagine it's going to be better than both of those movies combined, because we know how great Insomniac is with the storytelling and with Spider-Man. So much of the themes seem to be dealing with what depths of darkness might one descend to in the name of love. It seems like a lot of this at the end of the day is rooted in, you know, like Peter wanting to be a better protector. Miles wanted to be a better protector, but even Miles, you see here, is faced with the choice of vengeance as well. He's squaring off with Lee, who's confirmed to be returning now. And, you know, you have Lee there, and then you already have all these other villains, but Miles, I don't imagine, is going to ever have a symbiote suit in this story. However, he's having a choice right now where he is confronted with Lee, and it looks like he wants to take action against him. And then you have Norman Osborn as well, who's already in his own dark path already because he's Norman Osborn. But what he's doing, you know, with Harry, which obviously is not going to be good for Harry, he's doing in the name of love ultimately. I kind of think that's like a neat through line where we're going to be watching our characters who, are supposed to be this representation of heroism and hope, ultimately having to face the darkness within. And the best way to do the darkness within when you're doing a story of like literally competing with physical darkness is watch how our characters' darkness ultimately manifests and how they have to overcome that, showing the divide between villain and anti-hero versus hero. I think that's really solid stuff. The trailer seems to confirm, right, that based off of the beginning parts of it, the ending of Spider-Man 1, and the fact that the two lines mirror each other, and then you have the Venom dialogue hovering over Harry at the very end, it would seem to confirm that Harry Osborn is indeed the one to become Venom. And I am wondering, what moral consequences or self-blame, because it's Peter, of what he might take on with this. I do think that makes for a more personal story. Obviously, traditionally speaking, Venom would kick off with Eddie Brock, but if the story is starting off with Peter Parker as a symbiote suit, and then he manages to alleviate himself of that, and then it ultimately transfers to Harry, where the bond is even stronger, and instead of being able to get rid of the evil, he has now given this, rebirth to Harry. I can imagine that amount of guilt would weigh heavily on Peter. So what I'm bringing all this up for is that while there's a lot of really cool visuals here, while there's a lot of really cool action, at the end of the day, this is a story trailer. And to me, it would appear that as a story trailer, they have a really solid story on their hands. They have obviously great visuals, great action scenes and whatnot, and the things that you'd want to show up for as a gamer for this beloved game. But in terms of a story, it's more than just plot. It looks like it's going to be able to keep it character driven while you're going through this plot. If you're going to go darker, odds are it's going to make it more personal. And it does seem like that it'll have a lot of these really strong personal entanglements amongst friends and who we define as family, even if they're not blood. But then also it will deal with the consequences that we put upon the ones that we love who are our blood. Because we didn't even really hone in that much on Kraven the Hunter. That might be one of my little concerns. It's not a major concern because video games are obviously way longer than movies. Because, I'm going to the fact in my mind of how whenever a Spider-Man movie usually tends to jam-pack their films, not always, but when they jam-pack their films with a bunch of villains or what have you, it can feel like not enough service time on screen or enough exploration, not enough time to really hang out with all these characters. But it's a video game, so they're going to be around for an obnoxiously a long time. And it's way longer than a movie. So I feel like the Kraven the Hunter story will be better served for, Peter when he's in the symbiote suit. Assuming, and by the way, I still feel like I pronounce is symbiote, right? Am I pronouncing it right? I feel like I'm pronouncing it right. I feel like that story will go to serve Peter really well because he's going to be dealing with a character who's challenging him to his deepest, darkest depths, and he's going to have to not resort to like killing this guy who would instantly murder him and was probably putting other civilians at risk just to get to Spider-Man himself. They got a lot of great setup here about, revenge, and they're probably going to have the conversation about killing and when is it okay to kill. Is Peter making really a difference? Does Spider-Man really make a difference if these villains just keep coming back? I think there's a lot of strong potential here to do something that is actually more impactful than the first game. And you know what? Yeah, Venom does look awesome. Venom looks incredible. I love that, what is that? That spike punch moment when it all shoots out at one point in the game. It was awesome. I thought this was an incredible trailer. And my one little concern is maybe Kraven doesn't get as fleshed out or as serviceable as a story as we're hoping for. But that is such a minor, it's not real. If anything, I'm just looking for a concern. I really feel like Insomniac ultimately won't deliver on that. They will deliver on it. I feel like they won't fail to deliver. Guys, what did you think about the trailer? Please leave your thoughts down below. Those are my thoughts on it. And yeah, this might be the first game. I'm going to try to set it up. This might be the first game where we stream it here because I really do love it. And yeah. But guys, check us out at Comic-Con if you're going to be attending. A soda shirt That's available right now on shopzeroedition.com. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll talk with you all soon, Reject Nation.